One of the reasons that I think push-pull legs is one of the best splits is that you're able to do it in a way that manages fatigue and recovery a lot easier than other programs. Also, because you only work a couple different muscles per workout, you can easily train 3 to 6 days per week depending on how you're recovering. If you're doing a ton of different sets on a bunch of different exercises such as like full body, you're gonna have to manage your workout times down a lot more because of it. After all, there is no rule that says you have to train the same number of days per week. You could do your basic push-pull legs over a week one week and then do it twice the next week. It just depends on how you're recovering and how you're feeling. If you're still sore on Friday from your Monday push session, you can put it off a day and train once the soreness settles down. Because of this flexibility, it makes the push-pull leg split the ultimate way to set up your training for building muscle and strength as well. Here's how I recommend setting this up. I'm going to give you certain movements as examples, but it's up to you to decide what exercises work the best for your specific structure. Because some exercises are going to work better for you than others, and you don't have to do a certain exercise just because people recommend it. If squats don't work well for your quads, you don't have to do squats. You can do hack squats, leg press, leg extensions. It just depends on you and your individual structure. Another example is that if a conventional bench press doesn't train your chest well, but the incline bench does, use the incline bench. Nobody says you have to actually do the bench press only. You can do other movements that are going to work your chest independently in a way that works well for you, that gives you the best results. This is very basic, but a lot of people do exercises just because experienced people recommend them. You can see top 10 lists all the time, and I don't recommend following those top 10 lists if certain exercises don't work for you. So try out exercises that you think are going to work for you, that give you a good pump when you're trying to build muscle, and you get a lot of strength gains from them very quickly when you're trying to, get stronger essentially. Basically, do the exercises that work best for your body. I can't stress this enough. And what I recommend per workout is to do between 1 and 3 top sets and slowly increase those depending on how you're recovering. So if you're doing 1 set on the bench press the first week, you're doing well, add another set and just keep pushing it week after week until you find a sweet spot between how many sets you're doing, how much intensity you're able to do by, pushing close to failure, and how the actual weight is actually going up week after week. Because if the load's not going up, you're probably not going to get much stronger. And if you're just increasing the reps, you'll build some muscle, but it's better to increase the load and the reps at the same time. Here's how I recommend setting this up. For your push workout, select one exercise for chest, shoulders, and triceps. I recommend picking big compound movements, especially if you're a beginner. These are going to give you the most bang for your buck, allow you to build the most muscle, and get the strongest the quickest. Something simple such as the incline bench press, seated dumbbell press, and dips is a good idea. The next workout is going to be pull, and this is going to consist of exercises for your upper back, lats, and biceps. Some of the exercises that I recommend for this one are things like barbell rows, neutral grip pull downs, and hammer curls, and that's kind of how I set up my programming. I pick something for my upper back first, then something for my lats, and then biceps last. If I'm trying to focus on mostly lats and I'm trying to build my lats up, then I'll start with that first instead, because whatever you start with in your workout, you're going to be able to put the most, you're going to be able to give the most attention to, you're going to be able to use the most weight with it, and you're going to be able to do the most reps with it. So if your lats are lacking, but your upper back is very strong, start with lats every workout and vice versa. You can even set it up if your biceps are severely lacking, but your back is gigantic, then start with some bicep work first. This is going to make it so that you're focusing on those biceps, and then when they're going through the pull downs, the rows, and other variations of movements, they're going to get even more fatigued. They're going to get a lot more work in, but you're not going to be just, putting the biceps at the end of your workout where they're going to be lackluster forever. Your leg workout's also very easy to set up. You pick an exercise for quads, hamstrings, and calves. I think you got the idea here. But basically for this, I recommend something very similar to what I'm doing, which is high bar squats, leg curls, and calf raises. This is what I'm currently doing, and I'm going to keep doing it until I stop making progress, which I'll explain here in a second. After these 3 workouts are completed in a training week, you can cycle through them again, doing the same exercises for your push, pull, and leg workouts, or you can set up a second day for each one of the splits. Here's how mine's set up. Push 2 consists of incline dumbbell bench, lateral raises, and overhead tricep extensions. Pull 2 consists of wide grip pull downs, neutral grip cable rows, and cable hammer curls. And then my legs day, the second one, consists of Romanian deadlift, leg extensions, and single leg calf raises. As you can see, it's incredibly easy to set up a beginner program with this framework. If a certain exercise isn't working for you and you're constantly plateauing, or you don't notice much growth, switch those exercises out and keep progressing on them in the 5 to 20 rep range until you start progressing. Pretty basic. Boom! Mom's basic. That's going in the video. Your mom's going in the video, everybody. Then when you start plateauing, you can back the weight off, push closer to failure, add sets, or just pick another exercise completely. And that's probably why this is my favorite split, is because it saves a bunch of time and headache trying to set up a complete training program that covers all your bases. And as you can see, it's very, very easy to just plug in different exercises for, every couple weeks. So you could do a couple different exercises for 6 weeks and then switch them all out and try something new. Or you can pick a new exercise, every couple weeks and just kind of plug it in, see if it's working better for you and progress on it. But what I really recommend, especially for beginners, is try to do as much work as you possibly can with one movement and slowly increase the load on it, how many reps you're able to do with it, and even the set number you're doing with it. And once you start plateauing, back the weight off, or you can pick another exercise and slot it in as long as it's similar. So that's one of the main reasons I love this split. So if you're doing a push day, again, you pick a chest exercise, you pick a shoulder exercise, and you pick a tricep exercise. That's it. It's very, very simple. You can put in any exercises you want to into your specific template, and you're gonna be able to manage your fatigue, get really, really good gains for a long period of time. And that's why we do this, is to, get stronger, build more muscle, and push-pull legs is probably my #1 way for beginners to do that. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week. Till next time.